Manchester City. The manager, remember, who led Manchester City for their only WSL title back in 2016. City in early possession here. Kaspari. Dutchman gets it back again. Almost through here. Kaspari just beaten to it by end a game they had to win to give themselves a chance going into the final day. The corner fed in and the header striker. 19 goals this season between those two taken out of the Manchester City. Team. They missed out on the top three, but there are mitigating circumstances. Very Fowler as well, the influential Australian forwards. He's picked up a cruciate ligament injury too. Crystal Palace on the front foot here. Opportunity for Gale to play the ball into the centre, and Crystal Palace have taken the lead inside 4 minutes. First time really that they ventured forwards. Ball given away in the midfield, picked up by Miller Gale. Danish midfielder squared the ball. Where was the defending from Manchester City? And Ashley Veerden makes it 1-0. Gower. Through ball to Caroline, but Crystal Palace have it back again. Jonathan Larkin to Potter. It's played over the top, and Crystal Palace could be in again here. Stengel shifting it onto the right foot, squares it again, and that's just past the post. Larkin forwards. Be the way they would like to end the season. Goal down here to the division's bottom side. Touched off by Alexandri. Kemp again. She and Alex Greenwood have both suffered injuries this season as well. Just those long-term injuries to the forward players that have been a problem for Manchester City. Here's Caroline. Flag up against the Brazilian. Alexandri. Pushes the ball out to Kaspari. He's forwards. City right back. Attack breaks down though. Crystal Palace have given it away. Good work from Hasegawa. Point last weekend. Greenwoods. Swinging the ball out to Kaspari. A lot of space down this near side. Hasegawa. Kaspari tried to run in behind. Lovely play by Hasegawa. Digs out across. Championship this season following their relegation. Header into the centre, and Swaby getting a foot to it but couldn't get there, and there's the equaliser for Manchester City from Caroline. It's a hopeful header forward really. A poor header, looked as though Swaby may get a toe to it just to clear it away, but what a finish. Heavy touch from Kaspari. Pryor all the way back to Keating. Chelsea go into the final day with only 2 points more than that, while Manchester City 15 points down on their tally of last season. Zagawa with the cross in, Caroline couldn't get there. And Hemp arriving and lifts it onto the top of the netting. For Denmark, Gale. Gets there, holds it up. With the cross in, half an hour gone of what's been an entertaining encounter. Manchester City on top territorially and indeed in terms of possession, but Crystal Palace with that early shot for them, Bearden's goal. Caroline equalised. Now there's space for Kaspari. In towards Caroline, who couldn't get there. Oh, it's a terrific save from Shea. Shifted out by Coombs. Lauren Hemp. Greenwood gave her an option. It's played into Coombs, who tried to return it to Hemp. It's out well though by Sharp, and here's Woodham for Crystal Palace. Escapes the challenge of Park. And now Veerden. And the flag up for offside. Over the top for Stengel. Against Pryor. Squares it Stengel, and it's 2-1 Crystal Palace. Millie Gale finishes it off to hold the ball up and square it for Millie Gale. And the Danish midfielder tucks it away. And Crystal Palace have their lead back. City opened up here defensively. Just checked the run. And knew where Millie Gale was. And the Dane tucks it away. Manchester City won, who took the lead 4 minutes into the game. Back in front 5 minutes before half-time. Chance here though for Hasegawa. Caroline the intended target. Alice battling though to win the ball back. Alexandri. Hemp with a chance to deliver. Yanez beats it away. Hasegawa finds the opening and it's blocked by Swaby. The end of what has been an entertaining first half. Teams coming out for the second half. Manchester City making a couple of changes. The Dutchwoman on for her 19th appearance for 21-year-old Fujino from Japan. On the front foot immediately, Caroline. And here's a chance already for Lauren Hemp. And Manchester City have taken 32 seconds to equalise at the start of the second half. Ward immediately involved again. Kaspari. Back from Fujino. Goes for the return. Fires the ball in. Swaby clears it away. Fujino and Ward have immediately injected some pace and purpose to Manchester City at the start of this second half. Hemp with the cross in. Knack. To Greenwood. Manchester City since 2020, returning to England after one season with Lyon where she only featured 11 times for them. Looks into the box, header away by Swaby. Space again. Caroline though with a foot in, chasing back, helping out. Woodham. Now Larkin. Woodham no check. Fujino, who joined Manchester City last year from Tokyo Verdy. Now they're in behind here, Manchester City, and it's off the post. Jill Roord inches away. Swabi. Bearden with the touchback again. An opportunity for Stengel. Fires it straight at Keating, and then the follow-up is saved again. Zagawa clears. Nuck. Greenwood in space, lays it off first time to Rord. Gaspari. One more to Fujino, lifts the cross in. Oh, it was an inviting delivery. And then Rord off target. If Crystal Palace were to win here against Manchester City. Rord. Hemp fires it across. Oh, it should have been a tap in for Carolyn. Well, that is as gilt-edged as chances come. Lovely ball by Hemp. It's simply a tap in from 4 yards. It's going long. On by Gale towards Bearden. It's Fujino. It's a good run. Carolyn. That wide to Hemp. He lifts the cross in again, and it's saved once more from Carolyn, but turned in on the follow-up by Giroud from Che Yanez. It was all about the run by Fujino initially. And then Carolyn laying the ball out to Hemp, who put in another inviting delivery for the Brazilian, who couldn't turn it over the line. Mentioned it's another thing keeping them against Crystal Palace, the division's bottom team, but must have been worthy of both their leads. Swabi and Yanez getting in a bit of a tangle here. Fujino's delivery blocked, and it's a corner for Manchester City. Delivery this time, and the header is in. Rebecca Canuck on hand to score. Second game in succession that the German centre-back has weighed in with a goal for Manchester City. Manchester City in front for the first time. 11th league appearance of the season. 8 of them from the bench now, 3 starts. Has some space to work with. Greenwood in support. Much of the day since half-time. Restored Crystal Palace's lead just before the break. Fujino's had a real impact on that. Zagawa. Let's have some time and space and try to clip it through to Fujino. Here's Carolyn. Woodham trying to stick with her. And did well against the Brazilian, who felt she was being fouled. Didn't though. Zagawa. Spari's delivery tipped away by Yanez. Fired back into the danger zone, and Manchester City didn't have enough numbers forward. Here's Carolyn though. Given away. It's Fujino again, charging at the Palace defence. Carolyn. A little dummy. And Blinkila Brown. And the pace continues unabated. It's been a really entertaining game. It's amazing how how many times you get that in a match at the end of the season where there is nothing to play for other than the game itself. And Keeler Brown pulls it back across for Caroline. Blocked again. Caroline once more has it. Hasegawa. Greenwoods. One of the more games in a row now. Hasegawa. And Keeler Brown. It's a nice little ball inside. It's a good save again from Yanez to deny Rord. Professional for 5 years before that. Sparring. The goalkeeper Yanez got something on it, but perhaps not enough. Hasegawa finds space. Crystal Palace with bodies in the way again. Aware for Manchester City. They have the man in the dugout, Nick Cushing, who has overseen more success for Manchester City than anybody else, but only on an interim basis. Here's Fujino. Rord. Caroline turns and shoots, and Yanez holds on to it. Switched up by Rord. On to Fujino. It's a lovely ball to Caroline. The flag is up though for offside. Even beat the defending champions Barcelona by 2-0 here. Here's Caroline. In behind, is this to be her second and Manchester City's fourth? It is. And finally Caroline gets the better of Shea Yanez for a second time this afternoon. Fujino with a lovely ball. And Caroline timing the run to perfection. Swaby couldn't get back to challenger. And this time just awaited news. All 6 matches today, remember. Going ahead at the same time on the final day of the season. Fujino. Caroline sniffing a hat-trick now, maybe. Going on the outside, goes round Swaby, clips it to the back post. Fujino. Hasegawa. Oh, Caroline just couldn't stretch. And it's cleared away. Throw it straight to Hasegawa. And here's Fujino. Oh, what a save again from Yanez. Fujino. Well, there's no stopping Kanak, is there? 5-2. And the German centre-back scores her 3rd goal in 2 games. What a remarkable end to the season, to the afternoon. Fujino's ball in. And this time it's a near post header from Rebecca Kanak. And it is Manchester City 5. And the curtain comes down on the 2024-25 season for both these sides. Disappointing one ultimately for these two as Crystal Palace return to the championship. Looked as though they could cause an upset, 2-1 up at half-time through Veerden and Gale after Caroline had levelled for City. But when Rord and Fujino were brought on for the second half, there was only one team in it. Palace surviving as long as possible before Rord and Canuck scored in the space of 3 minutes to turn the game around, before Carolyn and then Canuck again added their seconds late on for Manchester City, who finish a trophyless campaign in 4th spot. No Champions League football to look forward to next season. It has been a season hampered by injury problems to some of their best and top players. Well clear of the sides below them, 5th and below. For a 3rd season in a row, no trophy will adorn the trophy room of Manchester City. Is this Nick Cushing's last game in charge? Only time will tell. Crystal Palace beaten again, they go down bottom. It is finished here, Manchester City 5, Crystal Palace 2. Plenty to look back on from a wonderfully entertaining encounter here to finish the season at the Joey Stadium. Crystal Palace going in front through Ashley Veerden after just 4 minutes. A lead which they held for 13 before Manchester City got back into it. Caroline finding the top corner. And you thought from there on in Manchester City would go on and dominate the game. They would, but not until the second half. Again, another counter-attack here for Crystal Palace. Katie Stengel led the line brilliantly.